walked from inside and stood by the front door, watching Harvey closely as he stepped from the car. They eyed each other, but it was clear they weren't strangers. "Everything all right?" Harvey asked as he walked towards the man. "Everything's fine," D.S. Collins replied. Harvey walked past him without speaking into the farmhouse, although once inside it was clear it was no ordinary farmhouse. It looked more like a cross between the inside of a police station and an inexpensive house. 2 more detectives sat inside, looking bored, the handguns clearly visible on their waist belts. They both nodded towards Harvey, who nodded back before pulling up a chair and sitting down. "What a fucking dump this place is," Harvey complained. "Stuck out in the middle of nowhere. I hate the bloody country. Cow shit and tractors." "Suits our purpose?" Collins smiled. "No prying eyes. This is the best safe house we have, and one of the first. Built back in the days when some of the IRA boys first started turning on their brothers. After that, it was used mainly for gangland types turning on their own. And now, it's back to the terrorists. Homegrown, easily led fools being enticed to the dark side. And there's plenty of them. So, the quicker you can do whatever it is you got to do with your 2 and free us up, the better. Know what I'm saying?" "Yeah, I understand," Harvey assured him. "You'll have this shithole back as soon as I'm finished. Until then, everything that happens here is strictly confidential, even more so than usual. Under no circumstances are you to talk about the 2 men in detention to anyone other than me. Equally, neither you or your people are to talk to the detainees, other than for giving basic instructions and answering any questions they ask, providing those questions do not relate to why they're here or their historical case. I need to speak to them alone. No one else present. Clear?" "Fine," Collins agreed, happy not to be too involved. "Whatever you say." "Good," Harvey told him, nodding his head slowly. "And no names, either. Not even if they tell you or your men who they are. They're Prisoner 1 and Prisoner 2, until I say otherwise." "That's not a problem for people," Collins assured him. "So, when do you want to get started?" "Straight away," he replied, getting back to his feet. "I'll make a start with Prisoner 1, then 2. "Okay," Collins replied, before changing the subject. "You look knackered, Fraser. Everything all right?" He sighed before answering. "I've been trying to put this case behind me for more than 11 years, he explained. "But it keeps dragging me back in, like fucking quicksand. The sooner I get this done, the sooner I can finally try to forget I ever met either of them." "If you wanted to just forget about them, why didn't you just get someone else to relocate them?" Collins asked. "Relocation's not your jurisdiction." "I volunteered," he admitted. "Volunteered?" Collins checked. "Why would you do that?" "I have my reasons," Harvey answered. "Maybe it's the only way I can ever really be free of them." "You really believe that?" Collins asked. Harvey gave a resigned smile and shook his head slightly. "No," he admitted. "Not really. But I can hope." "Hope?" Collins asked. "Forget it," Harvey told him. "Time I moved on. That's all. Now, if you don't mind, I have a lot to get through." Harvey sat at the small table in a sparse interview room next to the double-deck tape recorder, his briefcase next to him on the floor. The door swung open, and after a few silent moments, Prisoner 1 was led in by one of the detectives Harvey had seen when he'd first arrived. Despite the passing of 11 years, the prisoner was still recognizable, as pale and unattractive as ever. Only now, his body was decorated with homemade prison tattoos.